Yo, how are all my Schizo boys doing? Hello there everyone, it's me again, Mountain General, back again with full health restored. But my mind is still rotted because I'm playing today all Monarcho communist nations that you can get in this godforsaken game. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe and take out your crack pipe because today's games are gonna be cursed as fuck. Also, before we start, one big rule that I have for this kind of gameplay. Rule number 1. We have to clearly see the name of our monarch in a national spirit. And 2. We need to be communist without getting immediate removal of our national spirit with the said monarch. Now let's start with one of my favorite nations, Romania. So yeah, we have Mr. Carlos II's lifestyle that is fucking up our entire nation, but he won't be the monarcho communist king that we really want or need. Yeah, there it is. He's stealing our country's production. How Romanian of him. Carl is really putting the word dick in the dictatorship. And we continue with revising the constitution. Now what I really like about Romania is that this focus tree is pretty shit, not gonna lie, but you are a very flexible country when it comes to ideology and switching it up a bit. So at least something positive about Death or Dishonored DLC. And now we just go down the pro-communist Soviet government that will really like all the monarchs of the world. I'm very sure about that. Well, you see, Soviets already in government and we continue with Securitate. And now we just need to force some abdicusi on our Romanussi king. And hey look, Mr. Constantin Ion is now the leader of communist Romania and we have figurehead King Michael. Yes, so he was staring at Medusa's tits and made a mistake of looking at her eyes. That turned him into a statue, was the mistake of his life. Now what can our monarcho communist superstate do? Well, I'm glad nobody asked because we are gonna dominate the whole Balkans. I love the fact that when the king skedaddled he robbed the entire Romania. What a Chad move! Anyway, it's time to press my fist against the entire Balkans. Starting with you, Bulgaria. Please be my friend. Hey, would you look at that? Now we are good friends and also Bulgaria is also a based monarcho communist state. Next up we will align the Hungarians. I know that we have tried to kill each other before, but well, I wanted to be your biggest friend. Never mind fighting a Hungary on Treaty of Trianon. As I said, very easy. Look, we can steal and plunder the best Romanian family traditions ever. And unfortunately we need to puppet them. We will need them for later use. You know, I may not be a fan of this square mustache man, boo. I'm not rocking with fascism, we are based monarcho communist, but let's split Czechoslovakia with him. Like, honestly, what could go wrong? Sheesh man, the Germans accepted. Now let's see. Oh yeah, Slovakia with little penis up north. Now, I know that we are supposed to be allies, but I'm sorry Yugoslavia, I will have to quote unquote partition you with someone. Now for the partition of Yugoslavia, we just want to invite our puppet, the Hungarians. We don't need these other nations to be stealing our lands. And don't forget to save up some political power so you can, well, take this land for you. Now when everything is said and done, and this was kinda expected, but they are not guaranteed by any nation. We can even call Bulgaria in. And yes, we are just going on a little trip to Yugoslavia. People of Yugoslavia, do not resist, you are being robbed from your country. And yet again, Tito is another monarcho communist leader of this monarcho communist bloc that I have formed. I saw Greeks chilling in the Balkans and I had to put a stop to this. Sorry not sorry, but this is the great Romanian Balkan takeover. Hey, you know how it is, another total Romanian victory. Are my eyes not deceiving me again? Yet another monarcho communist Balkan nation established by the Romanians. defense. And yes, I have stolen everyone's navy if you were wondering. Oh, Soviet Union is justifying against me? Hold up, let me fix it. Yeah, the whole Balkans just joined the Comintern, so we don't have to fight each other. Communist unity, everyone. Oh yes, this is what I'm waiting for. I just want Italians to try me. They made a big mistake trying to fuck with me. Yes, I'm already ready for them, and they will pay the ultimate price. Forgot to mention that me as Monarcho communist I was able to spawn the Royal Guards in. Truly a relic of its past. A template that used to be goated but now kinda meh. Stalin, I know that you really want to go in, but I feel like you will be in this war very soon. No way, Germans are struggling very hard and Italy will soon be a Soviet puppet as I see it. Okay, not gonna lie, the Soviets were robbed from their gains here. The Germans were called against me, so it's time to die for what is near and dear to our hearts, our Monarcho communist utopia. Let's call all of my puppets in and see how bad this conflict will be. Well, that's actually not as bad as I imagined that. Yes, Czechoslovakia that we split with Hitler will be liberated, because I'm such a good guy. Hey, don't mind me, I'm just showing to the Germans where they shouldn't be. Yes, we are stealing all their organs. I love how stupidly easy the Romania is to play if you think a little bit. And of course, you know how it is, the Romanians will steal the Berlin. Ah yes, Ion Antonescu, famous communist revolutionary that helped capture Berlin. What a beautiful fucking timeline. Truly, it has never been more over than this. Over even more. After creating some goated borders, I feel like it's time that we move to a next country from our Monarcho communist, Romania. Also, as a little fun fact, you can find this picture of Stalin in the files of Soviet leaders from No Step Back, possibly hinting at some cut Monarcho communist path from the Soviet focus tree. Maybe something like Mlado Rossi from Kaiser Redux, but it could also be a joke, so I don't really know. I know that I have made already a video about Monarcho communist Yugoslavia, but as we say in Slovakia, opakovanie matka múdrosti. And if you want to do this, you just want to go the Western focus, then you want to hire a communist Jeppe, and then you just want to say, monarchies of the world, unite. And this puts Josip Broz Tito and King Peter into a very awkward situation where they have to share the power in Yugoslavia. Also, you can use either of these branches of the Yugoslavian focus tree, but don't end the regency because it will retire Tito and you will get some generic cuckold. Also, I don't feel like this communist focus tree is that good, so I feel like you are better off with the left options here. And look, we are in Germany. Yes, so we just have to win a little civil war. After that we just nonchalantly hang everyone who was shooting against us. And after securing our new state, we can go down the democratic path and establish free elections, get Mr. Wilhelm III as our constitutional monarch, and then switch to communism, as I did in this video. But a viewer told me that if I revive the Kaiserreich and we bring Mr. Kaiserovich back to our country, a very random thing happened where United Kingdom declared war on Sweden and they have historical AI focuses on. They're just sick and tired of their map games, I guess. Anyway, as I was saying, we get our Kaiser willy-nilly back and start switching over to communism with Mr. Thalmann. Also, don't mind me weakening the British Empire here. So anyway, if we switch over to communism, we are still called the German Empire with German Empire's flag, and we are still reviving the Kaiserreich with William Peak being the fucking emperor. Another day, another Monarcho communist victory. Yes, we are establishing our quote-unquote colonies. This is just beautiful. Hey, nothing interesting here, just Monarcho communist Germany forming the Central Powers with Bulgaria. Anyway, let's kill Mussolini for fun. Oh yes, soon all the monarchies of the world will be united under Central Powers. Britain and France is out to get me, so we need to band together with the Italians and Bulgarians one more time. And also maybe bring back Austria-Hungary, but I don't know how long it will take them to get back together. Well, here goes nothing, I guess. Yes, Schlieffenplan is at full swing. And yes, just like that, France is no more. Yes, this is total German victory, as always. We really didn't need to go through Benelux, but tradition is tradition. You know, it's always great to have Italian allies, because then all the British people are in Africa and are kinda oblivious to any invasion that happens of the British Isles. Pure joy, pure victory, pure Deutschland. Willkommen zu my Welt, Commune, everyone. And don't you worry, Netherlands, I didn't forget about you. When we are going through Benelux, we are going through all countries. I didn't even get a decision or anything, but Portugal just joined because they said so. Silly shenanigans in Greece? Oh boy, sign me up. I tried to flip Romania into communism, but I see we need to do this the old conquest way. Seems like that we won't be getting that Austria-Hungary anytime soon back. So yeah, my army is quite ready to destroy this cursed Hungaro-Romanian alliance that they have formed. No Hungary? No problem. Anyway, I feel like I have done enough brain damage to myself with this path. A little bit different Monaco communist country according to my rules, but still a playable one. But now we need to spread the communist starvation to another nation. Next up, we are going into Netherlands, a country that sold cocaine to every side during First World War, but today I'm keeping it all. So basically, we just want to go down the new government, continue with maintaining the trade neutrality. Also, just a big tip for you, if you are playing Netherlands, always use manpower from your big ass colony, cause they have more than enough people and they can't say no to us. Now we got a new guy whose name sounds like something from Star Wars, and also we need to become a gateway to Europe. The gay way to Europe through Netherlands only. Our political power up, we need to have 50-50 on these trade influence thingies in the decisions. Now that everything is nicely 50-50, we just want to maintain the neutrality, and we won't be really neutral because the Germans will attack us anyway. And just like that, we will start going slowly communistic. The Zeven Provinciön mutiny. I don't fucking know what that was, but apparently something communistic. And while this is all cooking, we can, well, maybe also prepare militarily, because we will get killed. And after a while we can become the Monaco communist Dutch state that we truly are, with Wilhelmina being the popular figurehead. And yeah, that's about it for her. To properly defend our nation, we need to shoot our own pacifist population. Now, our communist focus tree is pretty bad, because the options are decolonize or dethrone our monarch, which we won't really do. So for now, we will develop our own industry. And in the meantime, we will get as much manpower from this nation as it is possible. I have been buying convoys for this shit. And by doing the development focuses, we'll be able to annex them in no time. And just like that, with these small little divisions, we will drain the whole manpower pool from the entire Dutchess Indies. Well, it wasn't enough, so we will just make it a little bit bigger. And when their manpower is at 0, we can just annex them, take all of their divisions, disband them, and boom, we have infinite manpower, and we will be soon ready to fight the Germans. The only focus from the communist path we will do is the decolonization, because we will get additional manpower that will be very useful to us indeed. You have served us well, now enjoy a future invasion by Japan. Honestly, now it seems like the end times are here for us, but I feel like we kinda have a pretty strong anti-argument for the Germans also. We'll blow up our entire nation and flood it, cause fuck it. Yes, I will join allies even though you will kick me out eventually. I love the sound of German invasion in the morning. Yeah, what did I say? UK is a reliable ally because they have kicked me out of allies. I got to say that my big Dutch balls are halting the German invasion of France, so you can all thank me now. For the first time in my life I see that Denmark are not a nation of cowards and they have attacked the Germans, while I'm just sitting and chilling in my forts. I mean, Germans almost killed 7,000 people and I have killed almost 600,000 of them, so this just shows you that forts work. France is slowly falling down. It took them fucking long enough to do this. Killing Germans really became a full-time job for me, and I can also core all of these lands and fuck you all, we are the Monarcho communist Benelux socialist state, and yes, I will be taking all of these lands, thank you very much. Now imagine Adolf Hitler killing himself because of few silly Dutch people knocked on his door. Truly the most funny timeline ever. Yes, the Germans will be defeated with my stolen, starving Indonesian people. Yes, so we have sorted out the German problem. Don't mind me sending my whole army to capture Sofia to end this war finally. So this is a pretty playable monarcho communist nation and I'm off to another country. What if Mussolini woke up one day and said, "Chaps, I know how we are going to win this war in Ethiopia. We just have to curl up in Rome and everything will be fine. Yes, we have to win this conflict by any means necessary." Oh wait, I wonder what this means. Yes, we will withdraw from Ethiopia and let us say that we need to kill Mussolini for this big misstep by uniting good old opposition. You know what, let's arm some southern farm people of Italy, I don't see anything wrong with that. And let's now break Duce's neck for his failure to conquer third world, barely armed nation. And yes, let us proceed in destroying ourselves. With communism, of course. And yes, I have disbanded all of our armies so we can have an easier time in this so-called civil war. Oh no, they are trying to give me an offer that I can't refuse. But anyway, this is, well, not that bad civil war, I have to say, with crossed fingers. Mr. Mussoliniovich, you have failed us for the last time. And yes, indeed, we are so back. Well, minus the lands in Ethiopia, but we are a monarcho communist country with a big council that decides everything, I guess. And we can't really continue down our path because it will just remove our king. So let's just think about Ethiopia rationally, like we won't be pulling our troops away anytime soon type thinking. Yo, what about this Ethiopia? Become our puppet. And this is good. We are again going into Ethiopia, boys. Our colonial policy is pretty simple. Just annex the Albanians and use their beefed up division that is better than the Italian starting one. Oh yeah, before everything was dandy and clean, but now when I attack Ethiopia second time, it's the end of the League of Nations. Now let's see if we can even land. Do not worry, my fellow Italians, I have constructed a great port in area in which we landed. And yes, we are winning this fucking war. One division was sacrificed, but that's a small price for the entire Ethiopia. Oh no, Ethiopia killed one little poor African state, they will have to pay for that. Yes, I'm just making excuses to invade this land. What are you going to do about it? It's so over me, with minimal army I was able to achieve the maximal results. And also no fucking way we can have the emperor of Ethiopia, so we are a monarcho communist empire. Holy moly guacamole, we can even form a communist Italian East Africa with Prince Amedeo Netflix edition. This is so beautiful. You know, let's see if I can destroy all these colonial powers on my own with little to no preparations. Oh, did I just declare war on Spain? I didn't mean to do that. Never mind. One more country to worry about. And yes, France is down. We can really quickly just go to Spain and not ask any questions. Yes, this war is pretty fucking hard on me, but I will clutch this shit. Yes, thank you for adding more divisions to this encirclement. Seems like that nobody cared about Poland. Have seen the chat for them. Yes, so I think this is the entire allied army right there. Maybe we have lost paratroopers, but we are winning this war. The British colonial empire will be my colonial empire. It's fucking pizza time, boys. this. Did I just accidentally revive the Roman Empire somewhat? Seems like kinda yes. This is such a based and beautiful fiction. Let me now plan the entire economy for everyone involved. Oh, I just love the fact that Vittorio Emanuele III is the based king and emperor of an entire nation that's probably starving a lot. But anyway, we need to go and spread revolution to yet another country that doesn't need it. Yes, we are doing a revolution in the United Kingdom. Of course we need a little change in our cause. And yes, our king will die, but we will get a new one very soon. Old king dead, and this one won't really be around for a long time either. Also, before we start turning into communism, yes, we will reinforce the British Empire and create, also fuck off Ethiopia, a monarcho communist imperial federation. If we can, I don't know if this will work. And now we can start trading with the trade unions or some shit. Yeah, fuck off mate. You can't be a king and have true love. Nothing is allowed in this world. I just can't give you the marriage license. And finally we have the third king of this gameplay, and we didn't even went a full year. Anyway, it's time to slowly turn into a communist super empire. Oh, you got a license for having this party, Mr. Oswald Mosley? Nah, I don't think so. We are 1984. You know, UK has a very unique feature to turn into a communist state, which is taking too fucking long and is utterly pointless in my opinion. We are really sabotaging our entire nation just for to turn communist. Let that shit sink in. Now I did a little something that should allow me to keep the whole British Commonwealth together after I do a communist revolution and just quickly match my booth on a chess piece. Yes, you all don't have a license to be independent. Now we need to act really fucking quick so they don't just disappear. Imposing martial law, the best law ever invented. Yes, everyone, don't be afraid of my troops. They are there to keep an order and a watchful eye on you. Also, fuck off America, I am communist, I will do whatever I want with Canada, you can't stop me. South Africa, welcome to the club buddy. Australia enters the scene as the commune of kangaroos. Oh, we are so nasty, we are actually going to do this. Communist licenses established throughout the entire British Commonwealth. Now after wasting enough political power, let's do something useful. Now to establish British dominance, we need to conquer one rebellious province. And yes, we have less than 270 days to do this before we explode into a civil war. Yes, your freedom license has been revoked. Oh, just fuck off France. I do not have a mood to be involved with y'all. Get fucking real, Washington is proudly ours. Another day, another W for the Brito-Kommunistische Empire. A truly incredible thing has happened, comrades. And we still have like 84 days to beat up France, so we need to be the fastest fuck boys ever. God save our entire commune. And yes, indeed, we can win this shit in 40 days. I feel like every French man is kinda stuck in Africa. Were there any doubts about my fucking skills? Now look, the British Empire looks way better than ever before, and we can get ready for civil war by deleting all of our troops and seeing what this shit will do. And here goes big national boom. And we have lost the king. Oh fuck. And maybe deleting my whole army was a huge fucking mistake. Hold up, let me try again, but this time I will cripple the forces of evil and bring all the people from Dominions to my side. Hopefully that will work. Fingers crossed. Yes, we have all the colonial divisions, now they just have to get to Portsmouth and, well, save my ass. Okay, this is winnable because I'm using literally troops of nations that aren't my puppets. Shit man, British colonies helping the true British to win back their country. What a fucking timeline to be alive. Okay, you anti-colonial fucks, I will show you what this nation is fucking made of. And it is colonialism, yes. And we as because the good British people need to preserve that shit. The true British colonial loyalists have helped save United Kingdom once again. Hey look, Commonwealth is fucking back, and it also helped us because now they are lower in the autonomy department. A fitting new name for the Allies. Okay, hold up, I have a funny idea. Let's do the fate of royal family even though we don't have their national spirits here, but I don't have the king anymore, but I can send the royal family into Canada, and yes, this is a monarcho communist Canada. Kinda. You know, the Britain is possible to be monarcho communist state if you go the decolonization path, but this is my LARP. I will have the king anyway. Now we forgot one. Anyway, I just want to have a very cast image of monarcho communist imperial federation. Just let me have this one thing. Now let's finally do this and start the imperial communal conference or some shit. I don't know how would they justify it in this universe, but it would be interesting shit. Let's ignore Japan for a little while because the Royal Navy is kinda on the job. So yes, let us destroy any goodwill that we had with these countries. And yes, indeed, we are once again fucking victorious. Hurrah, comrades! Imperial Federation will be saved by God. This is so fucking based that it nearly crashed my game. And yes, we are the true Oceania, if you didn't notice yet. Hey look guys, I have unraped the non-king. Anyway, I feel like that this path, the monarcho communist British Empire, is possible if you do the decolonization path. Also, I would almost forget to be a dick to Irish for no apparent reason. Yes, we are the British Empire at its full glory. Has anyone ever doubted our fucking power? I honestly hope that nobody did. I have never seen more catastrophic mistakes done by AI than in this video. I am very sorry, but Mr. Hirohito has yet again plunged a dagger into his stomach because, well, this shit is just too much. What a beautiful world. You know that I had to bring my boy in. And also, I'm going to bomb Siam into Stone Age. Okay, alright, after I got carried away a little bit, I feel like I will leave the airstrip 1 and go to the next country. Next up, we are going into yes, a Mongolian European nation. And well, we already are a kingdom, but we still need to do some peasant revolutions to be sure. With the Hungarian focus tree being all over the place, you can do some funny shenanigans, because your advisors are just not locked on the specific focus tree path, so that's pretty nice. Only positive thing about this country in Hoi 4. People say that Hungarian focus tree is the best from Death or Dishonored DLC, but that isn't a very high bar to pass. Motherfuckers will say shit like that after restarting 5 times because Czechoslovakia didn't submit to them. But we continue down with strengthening our monarchist movement. Now, after having the only real and important elections, we can choose if we want a fascist king, bring back the Habsburgs, or a lame democratic one, which is like the worst path for Hungary. Like, trust me, I have already tried this shit. Now with the democratic king having Mr. Karl V. Wilhelm from Sweden, which is a very random shit, I would say, we can slowly start turning communist with Mr. Laszlo. Yes, indeed, Paradox was smoking some good shit when they came up with this path. Now that our political pie looks like a flag of evil Czechoslovakia, let's do the responsible government, which doesn't really exist, but we can only dream. This is just a video game, boys. I'm doing this because I really want to have some focuses to be done. You just really got to respect the fucking grind, the constitutional monarchy with no elections, just like Hungary of real time. Also, this Arpad guy finally got a custom picture after 5 billion or so years. Anyway, did I heard it is time for a true communist revolution to take place? That's right, I'm begging Little Entente to let me make my big ass army for the revolution, of course. Yes, our working people will will unite behind our Swedish king. Yeah, this is cuz as fuck, I know. Okay, this Trianon thing very based indeed, but let me beg the Romanians to allow me to rearm a second time. And Romanians were so nice that we can sneak 0.5% of our gypsy population into our army. Well, thanks for this territory, I will make sure I abuse the fuck out of it. Also, the German-Hungarian meat riding is insane. Anyway, with enough communist support, we can finally hold a revolution and become the nation of hungry people. And yes, indeed, we are a monarcho communist state. We have lost His Majesty's government, but our king is still in here, somewhere hiding. And now what? We have a star of Baltic basics guy in charge, and well, we are kinda lost, I would say. Oh, and this is very nice. We even got a little penis, Carpathian Rutain. I thought I wouldn't get it because I'm communist, and for now we will be digging around in our dig defensible formation. Germany is doing the German things, and I'm just chilling, improving my autistarchy to the fullest. Hey, is this the Hitler's barely disguised cack fetish towards the Hungarians? Because we just gave northern Transylvania for free. Peacefully, we can't get more land than this, and our focus tree is, well, pretty shit, so let me do one last thing, and it is creating a Balkan pact for a country that's not even in the Balkans. Yes, we literally have a faction into which we can't really invite anyone. You know, today I'm feeling very wholesome, and maybe I will invest into Turkish pyramid scheme. Oh, I love how Soviets are selling captured equipment. That is the most Soviet thing ever. Oh no, how could this happen? I thought that the German leader was a bigger gentleman. Shaking my head in disbelief. I gotta say that the Soviets are getting bodied pretty hard by the Germans and the Finns, and honestly I thought the Germans would already declare war on me because they have claims on two of my provinces, but I want to see how my army will do against them. I have been, well, let's say, preparing for a while. Yes, I feel a need to die for Comrade Stalin, or why to justify if I can just simply do this. Yes, it's time for me to die, as we are a major nation, so we can win this shit. We will save the Soviet Union from Budapest, which sounds really fucking idiotic. Also, let's go Sweden in, so they have, well, never fucking mind. I wanted to say another front, but this shit kinda not working, I got to say. You know, I got a little feeling that Stalin might have just fucked up, just a little bit. Somehow the Soviets are having a comeback of the century, where the AI thinks they are just a water, I feel like. And me, I'm just an immovable object that met unstoppable force that just stopped. Yeah, so honestly, pretty interesting attacking line, if I can say so myself. I just realized that I can attack as well. Kinda forgot about this little tactic. Italian cyclists are no match for my Hungaro monarcho communist Schizo people. So my point in doing that is to make them attack me so we can weaken the axis even more. Oh yes, everyone, we are so buzzed back. Oh no, it's Magyar over, Germans just woke up. And yet again we will be defending ourselves as idiots in Big Red Line. Oh yeah, by the way, I found an amazing death trap for any Italians that have ambitions on our lands. Italian public was so devastated by the losses in Hungary that they overthrew the government. Italy just capitulated, so that means that we need to run towards Debrecen as soon as possible. Finally, some good fucking news. And yes, let's try to liberate the Balkans for the monarcho communist people of the fucking world. I sure do be loving fighting here against the Germans, watching my Soviet homies get kicked in the ass in the east and west. It would only need one thing. Oh no, it's here, the day of the D, Big Dick Day. So Vienna just got obliterated by American nuke, but it won't really change anything because nukes are useless in Hoi 4. Prague just got got obliterated by a nuke when Berlin is just next door and would make more sense to nuke. Tibet just joined the Axis. I see that the Buddhist countries are working together. Any fucking way, we are at scrapping the barrel almost on zero manpower, but we can still somehow capture Berlin and blow it up. Bela Kun was a fucking pussy for not achieving great monarcho-communist Hungary. And yes, I just wanted to show you that you can actually play this fucking nation, even if our king is just a statue from those TikTok edits. Now let's go to the patient zero of map games, the Sweden. And well, we already start with King Gustav V as our rightful leader. And yes, our country is, well, not really armed as you can see. And this doesn't really matter who you choose, because we will be getting rid of anyone very soon. We have to support our toast industry, because that's the shit that's going for us, I guess. Now in order for us to turn communist, we need more support by reducing the poverty in our state, but this is bullshit, tax the poor, but I digress. And well, I guess now we can start doing some communistic shit. Affordable housing, never heard about that thing in the current timeline. And just like that, we can now poke our bayonet into a bear and we will become a monarcho-communist country. And yes, indeed, it is that easy. And now, let's conquer Norway, because nobody will even bat an eye. We will also try to steal the Åland from Finland, and it just worked. Let's also not forget to suppress fascism in our country, but also look at our Schizo guy. He likes Germany but dislikes USSR. Anti-Stalinist Marxist, bro just woke up on the wrong side of bed his entire life. No way, I'm going to Norway. Yes, this should be an easy W. Norwegian-Swedish Union will be re-established under monarcho-communism. Welcome back, Norway, to a union that you don't want but deserve. Now, picking from all of these fine gentlemen, I feel like I will keep this Schizo guy because, well, we can get alliance with Germany and that's all I need to know. Now, what I'm trying to do is to justify on Iceland, which got guaranteed by the entire Justice League. And if we time everything right, Denmark shouldn't be guaranteed by anyone and we can invade them scot-free. And yes, we won't attack Iceland. And no, we don't take any surrender. And just like that, we can conquer this fucking nation with no further complications from anyone. Oh, I'm truly an evil genius for this shit. And just like that, we can be the Kalmar Union, yes, monarcho-communist united Scandinavia. Also, this is kinda interesting, we can import so many people into our Scandinavian socialist monarchy state that, well, maybe it will even help us, I don't know. Also, for some reason, we can just yoink every communist advisor from a fuck ton of countries. Because, like, we can do that and that's about it. And yes, I feel like we have been preparing enough and we can just go ahead and help the Germans because, we suffer from schizophrenia. You know what, let's just see if we can even do some damage. And yes, indeed, the paratroopers are true fucking heroes of the revolution. Yes, I am the true Nordic invader of the British Isles. Don't mind me, I'm doing the same thing as my monarcho-communist ancestors. I feel like they would appreciate my work. Imagine the Vikings are fucking back. Hey, you know me, I have become the global north of the world. Well, we are still working on some few countries. Hey, don't mind me, I'm just extending my international waters so I can fish better, yes. Cold Wars end here. Germans really said, fuck it, let's go into Soviet Union 1 year sooner. And I just say, why the fuck not? Soviets were caught lacking pretty hard. And I'm just racing myself and trying to see from where will I reach Leningrad first, south or north? Okay, Southern Army has won this fucking race. Truly, what a beautiful day. We, the proud communists, are helping the Germans because we forgot to take our Schizo pills. Sorry Finland, but I want a little more manpower, nothing personal though. You will all salute the king of our commune. Yeah, I feel like this is even worse than the Soviet invasion, holy shit. What a truly beautiful day, everyone. Yes, our flag is ass, but that doesn't matter because now our king can be even an advisor of Monarcho communist Nordic socialist state. That's a mouthful. Kazan is literally so important that that's the last city that holds Soviet Union together, or rather held. This is what I call manifest destiny in the fucking north of the planet. It also seems like that we don't even need to progress down our focus tree to have some fun. DLCs were invented by Big Paradox to get more money out of the game. And yes, we are off to another country. Goodbye, Mr. Gustav. And next up, Lithuania. So with this country it requires a little bit of thinking, but we can do that. And yes, we just start with our focus tree just as usual. Nothing too fishy at the moment. Now we just need to exile the no-nose fucker, the Voldemort. Next up we buy some preservatives. And now we can get a king for our people that will give us Mindaugas III as a national spirit. And just like that we have our boy here and gain a nice purple color. But now we can't really turn communist because we have cock-blocked this path and we don't have any communist revolutionaries to be hired. But there is a way and we need to continue slowly down this path. But before we will do something about the wolves in our country. Yes, we just use their bonuses and shoot them in the head, which is like a very nice way to deal with them. And now finally we can start chewing through the focuses on the right side. We don't want to continue any of the royalist ones because that will eventually make our king into leader of our country without his national spirit. Yes, patriotic education, this means that everyone in the school will be saluting the Lithuanian flag 24/7, and yes, we need to cooperate with the Soviets just a little bit. No, it will be much further, you will see. And yes, we'll be victorious in the trust, quote unquote, of course. After shooting few people in the head, we want to arrest the Nazis in Memel. We don't want to be friends with the Germans, not in any way, shape or form. And yes, we slowly continue down. Yes, the true enemy are the cyclists on the road, they are annoying as fuck. And yes, it is the Germans we can't trust. And we gained few little fortifications, but we will bitch out of Memel. Sorry for building it up. Anyway, the indivisible power of the state is next on the table. Now we need to appease the Russians, the Soviets. Yes, communism will be on the rise in our country, but it won't us turn into Monaco communist state just yet. And we just continue down our little focus tree, offer the basing rights to Germans. Seems kinda weird, but we will roll with that. And now finally we will do the occupation, which is that in the event of invasion by the nation that we have appeased, we can become their puppet. And yes, we need to be Stalin's bitch. And yes, this is good that the Germans rejected my very generous offer, but I feel like it should have been the rights for the Soviets. I feel like this focus tree might be a little bit broken. And now finally that our whole setup is ready, we just need to improve our industry and just wait. Oh shit, Germans want my Memel. Hold up, let me blow up everything and steal all copper from this town, and yeah, you can have it. Fucking idiot, no copper is found in this town. Oh no, how dare they? They want to create a based Monaco communist state out of us. Hey Lifu bros, we keep on winning. One damaged factory, yummy. And why not? Let's have our capital closer to the Soviets. Nothing bad will ever come from this. And look at this. With this acceptation, we have handed over our nation. And now, I'm just a puppet. But oh look, we have King Mindaugas III in charge. And the best thing is we can still do his focuses, like, yes, let's establish a royal socialist guard. Yo dudes, Monaco communism does really work. And you know what, let me bring some anti-communist militias us into our country, everyone here can sit at the same table. Yes, everyone will defend our socialist kingdom. I don't know how about you guys, but I really love our new noble class of peasant workers and communist revolutionaries. Not before the Germans steamroll us and ruin everything. I feel like we are a beautiful monarcho-communist nation, don't you think? Cute and little. Well, shit, enjoy it, Soviet Union. Please just don't call me in. I don't want to have any troubles with any nations. I'm just a good old peaceful Lithuania. I don't care about any of these geopolitics. They just don't matter to me. Ah shit, I guess we are dying for Stalin today. Or maybe not, our defenses look kinda thick now. Okay, it seems like that we are too fucking good, but the Soviets are throwing everything away. I have only lost 4,000 people and killed almost 170,000 Germans, so this just shows you the true power of Lithuania. It's safe to say that I'm stopping the whole German invasion into Soviet Union. Yes, the Soviets are still not doing too good, but what the fuck just happened? I have gained all the Baltic states for no reason, but I am not complaining. Ah yes, I am become independent, the great unifier of the Baltic place. So yes, we have a Baltic Socialist Republic that is also a monarcho-communistic heaven. Fucking hell, man, kill me for this. So yeah, I feel like we will leave it here because I have shown you all the monarcho-communist countries that you can reliably get. I'm not counting Bulgaria or Greece because you're just praying that if you declare war on Soviets that they will puppet you. Anyway, if you made it this far, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe and tell me in the comments which country will you definitely not play. And as always, big thanks goes to my channel members, their names are in the description or on the screen right now, and a special thanks goes to Atailor1967 for being the highest channel member.